Hi there and welcome to my presentation on the new D-Day Firefight box set from Warlord Games. I don't actually do Western Front, I do far Eastern Front for Bolt Action, but this box set has sort of set me off, and I think I might actually be moving now into doing some more recognisable games such as Western Front. 1944 onwards, fighting through the fields of France and the built-up ruins of what was left of Germany. So in the box set you basically get everything you need to play the game. You get the figures, a vehicle to play with, and some soldiers, and also some ruins. You also get the rulebook and all sorts of other stuff. So really you get the entire game in a box. There's not a lot of stuff, but there's certainly enough stuff to play games with, and you can easily expand on it. So we will open the box up and see what's inside. So here we are. You get a nice set of dice. You get order dice in the bag and some dice to play with. You also get a very handy pocket-sized rule book from the game, and it tells you basically everything you need to know about playing the game in the book. You get all the rules, you get some scenarios, and you get an American and a German army list as well, so you can actually start playing straight off and start looking up what else it is you need to get to make your army bigger and better. Get a little scenario booklet, which is quite useful if you want to play the scenarios. And of course, the great thing is, even though it's just packaging, it also doubles as a handy little reference chart. Yes, nice little reference chart here, which has pin markers attached to it and some rulers. If you notice, the rulers are wood coloured. This is to make other people from a distance think you can afford a wooden ruler. So there's the wooden ruler. Very handy, very useful. Given that it's got all the rules on it, it is a very handy piece of stuff, which I think I might actually be using myself, so there we go. Certainly my son will be needing it because he seems to have a myopic idea of rules. So, here we are with the box, and firstly I will come to the ruins. The great thing about ruins is ruins pretty much fit in anywhere in the world. This is a ruined farmhouse, and it is very handy because it can be a ruined farmhouse anywhere. So you don't have to just use it for Northwest Europe, you can use it for practically anything. So always handy having ruins, and you get a free bag of ruins in the box, which is very handy. Next we come to the Germans. You get one squad of Germans, 10 men. You got two sprues of German infantry, plus the weapon sprues for the Germans and the Americans, which is very useful and handy. Yes, I quite like them. Now we get the pièce de résistance, which is the German Animag. The SDKFZ 251, stroke 1 technically in rule books, but in actual fact it was just the 251. Standard German armoured car, troop carrier, and pretty much all sorts of the trade, to be honest. It was used as a basic platform from everything from a chemical warfare vehicle to having a 75mm gun mounted on it, having a 37mm gun mounted on it, having a howitzer mounted on it, having a mortar mounted on it, having a flamethrower mounted on it, you get the idea. So really you can actually convert this into anything you like. I'm going to be using the standard version, which you get here, because I haven't got anything for the Germans at this point, not for Western Front, so it will be very handy having this to add to my little collection. Now we get to the Americans. You get 20 Americans in the box. These are the standard American sprues, they're standard American infantry from Northwest Europe. Very nice little figures. The backpacks are going to come in handy for me because I'm going to stick them on my Chinese, so that's handy. So some of the Americans won't have a backpack today. Heavy lifting will not be in their schedule. So they're the Americans. I will be painting them up and I will put them on. I'll put a video, I might do a painting video actually of them if I ever get time to get around to it. So that is the overall contents of the box. I hope it's been a handy, useful video, and if you're thinking of getting into bolt action and you're not into it yet, then this is a very handy box to get, because you really do get everything you need in the box. You get a small American army to play with, and you get a German army to play with as well. The great thing about these kits is that you get heavy weapons in with them as well, so you can make anything you want out of them. Very useful. The Germans are pretty generic. Late war era uniform, slightly late war era equipment, although most German stuff will actually go for anything. But these Germans have a bit more rough and ready look to them. The kit isn't properly stowed, and they're a lot more veteran, shall we say. So nice veteran German soldiers. You can paint them up for anything, but there you go. The Americans are pretty standard. The armoured car, told you about, brilliant. Farmhouse, absolutely awesome. I'm going to really enjoy basing that up and using it in my games. I have run out of scenery at the moment because I sold all my scenery off, so this is a nice start to my scenery. Some nice more ruins to add to my own collection. The dice, very handy. The box, very handy. Everything's handy about it. It's a really good box, and you get everything you need in it. So I hope this has been a helpful video. I may do some painting videos or showcase videos later on. Certainly when I get the whole box painted up, I will definitely be doing a video on that. So you'll get to see the figures all done up, ready for battle, and I might even include them in a battle report later on if we decide to go down this road. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. This has been me talking about wargaming stuff again. If you've enjoyed the video, please click like, subscribe, whatever. You can follow me on Twitter. I'll put a link on the bottom of the below bar, and I'll put a link to Warlord Games as well. So I hope you liked the video, and it's been fun getting the box, and it's certainly been fun doing a video for it. So that's me. I've got nothing else interesting to say. I could talk about other stuff, but I'm going to go now. Thank you.